Help support our coverage using Blueberry, the community that gives creators the ability to make money, get detailed audience measurements, and host their audio and video. Get 30 days to try out the service using promo code BLUBRRY004.
Hi, I'm Don Baine, the Gadget Professor.
I'm Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
That's a good name for me to pronounce. Tony, what brings you here? Who are you with?
Yeah, I'm with Synchroni, and then what we're developing is a new fitness wearable, actually. So
a new fitness wearable.
A new, yeah.
Oh,
a different one, yeah.
What does it do?
So you know, where people are used to are like Apple Watches, like Whoops, things like that. What it tracks is exactly right there, right here as well. What we track is only a subsystem of the body, right? What it only looks at is the heart rate. What we're doing differently is we're going to track everything, right? Because at the end of the day, we aren't just the, pumping heart. We're a brain, a respiratory system, and the cardiovascular system working in tandem, right? So for athletes, that's where our products are targeted towards. It's
Well, that eliminates me right off the bat.
Yeah, it's okay. You can use it as well, right?
All right.
So we can go golfing, right?
Okay.
But basically, the athlete can be pushing their body very, very hard, but the mind's not there, right? Maybe they're suffering from burnout or just distracted, something like that. But what this technology enables us to do is capture all of that, and then we can relay this back to the athlete, to the coaches, to help them train better, to train more efficiently.
Your app is always on, and the app, I would assume, integrates with whatever phone you have, Android,
exactly. Yes.
Apple, whatever, iOS. Okay. And how is it giving me the feedback, or is it giving me feedback? Is it on the phone, or is it in my ear?
No, it's giving it to you on the phone. So it's kind of like let's say your iPhone, right? Like you wake up, you can see like how well you slept, things like that.
Okay.
It gives it to you in digestible metrics.
It's going to track my sleep?
Oh, no. This won't track your sleep. I'm saying it's similar to the Apple Watch, how it tracks your sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear that when I sleep.
This is the prototype. We just made this, we started 6 months ago, and this is our prototype.
Okay.
Obviously, it's not the best looking right now,
That's okay.
but we're working on it.
I get it.
It's a concept, right? So what we want to do is make it more, user-friendly, make it less intrusive, right? And then use it while you train, and that way you can capture, all the training data that's valuable to you and tells you how well you're training and, help you train better as an athlete.
Okay. So specifically, if I was an athlete, does it do the sport that I'm in specifically? Like if I was a swimmer, would it give me different information that would be more valuable to me than if I was a runner?
Yeah. So, the target sports that we are looking at right now is like endurance sports, because they actually care really a lot about their cardiovascular health, and like
triathlon.
Like triathlon, exactly.
Definitely wouldn't be for me.
It's a endurance sport, right? At the end of the day, it's like you can run. It's a mental game at the end, so they care a lot more things like focus throughout the I don't know how long they run, like 5 miles, right? Things like that. So.
I don't run 5 miles.
Oh no, I'm saying the endurance athletes,
I know.
right? So.
Okay, but to get the results, the download, I got to be on my phone.
Yeah, you look at it afterwards.
It's not made to integrate. Because obviously, if I'm running, I'm not looking at the phone. So after I've done my quote run, it's going to analyze that run for me.
Exactly.
Tell me what my heart rate is, my blood pressure, what else?
Right. So your blood pressure. Also, we track your focus. Right. That's a big thing.
Specifically, what does that mean?
So what focus means, it's like where your mind is at, right? So what we look at basically, number one, what we can track is your eye movement. And because your eye processing, we have sensors on the back that looks at your brain, visual cortex is in the back, right? And we track that. And kind of...
Whoa.
Yeah.
The cortex is in the back.
Sorry,
here.
not the visual processing unit is in the back, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So the back of the brain, and we track that. And what this does is when you're distracted, you're kind of spacing out.
I'm always distracted. I'm always spacing out.
You're always spaced out? Well, then you can tell right away with this, right? Because the energy level will change. That's how it works. The brain will shift in energy level.
So that's going to detect the minute. I mean, how much electrical signal can that possibly put out?
Yeah, it's in the microvolts. Yeah, we detect. It's
and
very
you're
sensitive.
Accurately going to detect.
Yes. Yeah, that's the technology. Huge leaps.
Artificial intelligence.
For data processing, a little bit, but
see, I told you that.
Not too much. Not too much.
Okay. Now the thing is, it can tell if my eyes are moving, which would indicate that I'm spacing out.
And there's things like float state, in the zone, and that's combination of like your brain waves. So your brain also exhibits different brain waves, and then there's things called alpha waves, which is more like kind of like flow state, right? And then you want to see higher alpha waves during like an exercise. It shows that you're more in tune with the sport, right? And that's something we track as well in focus.
But if I'm not focused during that 5-mile run, what would consider being focused? What would your device tell me that I'm focused? What is it that you can detect?
You're not focusing on, or
no, that I am focused.
So we look at flow state, right? It's a combination of your, like where your brain is at, like the state it's in, and then also the heart rate, basically. Or is that not answering your question exactly?
No, but that's okay. I probably didn't ask the question correctly. So the thing I'm trying to get my head around is
what is focus, right?
Well, yeah, like if I'm doing a 5-mile run, does focus mean that I'm only thinking about the 5-mile run, and you're telling me that you could sense that I'm focused on the run, opposed to being focused on a piece of cheesecake?
Yeah, so it's mostly like, think of it this way, right? Like what we can tell is like a distracted mind from like a singular purpose mind, if that makes sense. Like, let's say you're an athlete and you're running a big competition, right? And then you probably want to, as a coach or as an athlete, you want to be focused solely on the competition itself, right? But if you have a distracted mind, let's say, I don't know, that something's going on, right? Your mind's scattered, then your performance is probably not going to be as good.
Okay, so the thing I'm trying to get at is the sensor in your device
Yep.
is able to detect the differential in your brainwave
Yes.
between I'm in la-la land, I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
or I'm running as hard as I can, I'm concentrating on my breathing, my running, the direction, my eye move, all that?
Yes, yes.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It's all EEG, it's data processing. We get the data and we process it afterwards, right? Like, what you do is like a Fourier transform on the data, and then this is all research, and you can track basically like where the peaks of the powers are at.
Okay. Now that you've done the 5-mile
Yeah.
run, okay,
Yeah.
and now I'm going to get the complete detailed analysis. It's going to say, hey, look, out of the 5-mile run or whatever, 20-minute, whatever, how long it was, X, you were focused for only 50% of the time. It will tell me that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm now realizing that 50% of the time I'm not focused. Okay. What in your app is going to train me or tell me how to keep focused?
So that's actually one of our like products, like next step, right? Right now we're just kind of a measurement tool, but eventually we're turning it into a training tool, because the mind, you got to think of it as a malleable piece of material, right? You can slowly train it over time, and you get feedback, and then you can basically make it. Oh, my device just fell off. You can make it more like sturdier, right? To like focus.
I understand all that, but again, I don't see how you're going to
train
how that information is going to help me.
The athlete.
Okay, so if I'm a healthy guy, I'm running, I want to win, I want to do the best I can.
Yeah.
So now I have your device, and essentially, as I'm understanding it, it's just giving me a data analysis of physical things, heart rate, blood pressure, all that. Plus, it's I assume telling me that, man, your head's all over the place. You're not concentrating.
Yeah.
Okay, now what? Now what do I do with that information?
Now you can go train through our app, right? That's the next piece of progress that we're going to do.
So that's not existing yet?
It's not existing, because we want to get the measurement down first. Because then you can measure, and then you train, and then you measure, and then you train, right? You don't train, and then you don't know what's happening. Then how do you know you're progressing in the right direction?
Okay. I can see, I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
No, you're good. You're good. These are valid questions.
You know, I don't see how you're going to, I understand the measurement part, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. I don't understand how you're going to transform that data into telling me what to do.
Do better.
I can't control my heart rate. Maybe through my breathing I can. Maybe you can say, hey, Don, your breathing heart rate's crazy. You know, you need to do this.
Yeah.
You need to hold your, whatever it is to get that heart rate where it should be to have better performance. I can kind of sort of see that, but I can't see, and it's me, I can't see how you're going to, what you're going to tell me to keep me focused. How are you going to tell me to train my brain, what's left of it, how to...
get into the zone, things like that. Is that what you're saying? Okay,
how are you do that?
And no problem. So these, that's a fair question, very fair question. All right. So there's these things like therapy therapists have developed. It's like different types of like meditation.
Okay.
And these aren't like I'm telling you, these are backed by studies, right? Where basically you can switch your mind to different gears, and that's this training we can offer you.
That's the answer to the question. All right. Glad we got that solved. I was feeling bad, like no, I can't get it.
You're good.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Well, listen, thank you very much.
No, thank you so much for having me on.
It's pretty interesting. I want to follow the development of your product.
Appreciate that.
And then I won't run, but I'll walk around here for an hour, and then you can see how I'm doing. You can see if I'm focused or
You're wondering.
Out.
Yeah. You could be. You said you don't focus too well, so.
That's why I'm here. All right.
Thank you so much.
Tony, thank you very much.
Have a great day.
Interesting product. I'm very interested to follow your product and see where it goes.
Appreciate it. Thank
you. I hope it works.
The Tech Podcast Network's CES 2025 coverage is executive produced by Adam Barker. Technical director is Kirk Corliss. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz, Tracy Ingram, Xerxes Goddard, Brandy Jackson, and Aviva Cram. Voiceover by Aaron Hurst. Our hosts are Marlo Anderson, Don Baine, and Scott Ertz. Studio and equipment are provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. The TPN studio executive is Todd Cochran. This has been a Tech Podcast Network production, copyright 2025.